this taping video today, we're going to show a taping technique for your fat pad. So your fat pad's located just below your knee. You can irritate that fat pad via a direct impact, so falling onto that knee, but also a hyperextension. So hyperextension, you can pinch that fat pad underneath your patella, and what we find is sometimes that can happen if you get sort of pushed forwards and you hyperextend your knee. It can also happen if you're going to kick a ball and then the ball's taken away before you kick it, so your body's not prepared for not contacting that ball, so then you can sort of jam that knee up into that hyperextended position. So basically the starting position for this taping technique, sitting on a bench like so with your knee in a level of flexion. The more flexion you go in, the more restriction you're going to have into extension with this technique, but the issue is that's going to impact your performance. So what you're needing to do with the athlete is find that happy medium between restriction of the painful movement and performance. What I find is sometimes you might tape the knee with this, realistically an ACL taping technique for your fat pad, and restrict that extension. You won't restrict the pain completely, but what you might do is recover after that game a lot better, and then what you might start seeing is some improvement week on week with that fat pad irritation. So as mentioned, find the happy position of flexion of your knee. I find sort of 10 to 20 degrees is not too bad. In this position, I like to start at the top, and it's basically a figure 8. So up here, we wrap once around your quad, get them to tighten their quad up just so that you don't cut the blood circulation off too much. We're going to wrap down behind the knee, like so, just below the patella. I like to go around just through here and then up through here. Now, depending on what you're trying to prevent, I go 2 to 3 wraps around, depending on how much stability I'm wanting to provide. So, once up here, cutting off that tape. Like so. Now for me, that restricts quite nice into that extension. Some people might find that's too restrictive. As you can see, there's a bit of an indent just around my quad here. So some players might find that's too much restriction on the blood flow through their leg and might impact their performance. But if I'm trying to prevent that hyperextension from an ACL injury or an irritation of my fat pad, I quite like that level of resistance. As you can see, I've got to really tense my quad to get it back into that extended position.